and I'll make him talk. That's no problem.
The dangers of having absolute power over others is seen most dramatically in countries like South Africa, where under apartheid, torture was an integral part of the state apparatus.
It's like we grew up in a military state, and we believed that the ANC was the bad guys and we have to fight to keep them away.
In 1984, Van Vuren joined the South African police. Before long, he was part of a secret death squad within the security branch. Torture was part of the job.
In the night you have to work and kill people, and during the day you have to be putting up a face. You have to be an ordinary police guy, a security police. It was difficult.
When a state begins to torture, it often finds itself required to murder to dispose of its victims. Paul Van Vuren was both torturer and executioner.
All right, killed. We didn't hold any a scoreboard or a scorecard, you know, but maybe around about 70. And interrogated. Yeah, well, that's a lot. It could be, in my total career as a security policeman, anything between 150 and 500. I can't tell you the exact, it's impossible. But it's a lot, I can just tell you it's a lot. If we take somebody and he must live and there must be no marks on him, we just fasten him tight on the chair and put a gas mask on. We don't take the plug out underneath, we just leave the plug in. And he was strangled against himself. You can't get the gas mask out of your head and you're suffocating. And that was, to me, the most effective, because you know, we would go on. Normally he was sitting there, are you going to talk? He said, no, we leave the gas mask on. You tell him from the beginning, I'm going to give you 3 chances. Third time, I'm not going to take it off. You're going to suffocate. Either you tell me what I want to know, or you're going to die. We never came to the third time. They always talk. Always. They were mellow. They were like a sponge in your hand. If you press them, the water comes out.
In July 1987, Paul and his unit kidnapped Harold Sefola, a known ANC activist.
He disappeared. It was on a Thursday. I then went to the Mamelodi police. So they took the statement and then they said they will investigate.
Sefola and 2 comrades were taken to a quarry located north of Pretoria.
He was an old man. He was very humble, you know, and I was like, no, we had the wrong guy for sure. But when you start talking, you realize that he was highly experienced and very dangerous.
And there they tortured them and then interrogated them, beat them all the time. So they did that for about 3 days.
So we killed them. We start killing them one by one with the electric generator. Now, our job was to kill them. The interrogation part was just a bonus. All the other people was begging for their lives, and his request was giving the ANC sign, and they were singing Nkosi Sikelel. So he died with honor. There was no fear in him left.
How did you feel when you were singing it?
I had decided I have respect for him. Till today I have respect for him. And then we blew up their bodies with a landmine explosion. So they can't be recognized. And that's the story. Some of the people think, oh, these oaks are monsters. Actually, I'm very good-hearted, I help people a lot. But I don't care what they think, if I'm a murderer or a torturer or what. We were just ordinary people that was in a war situation that believed in what we did.
Don't ask me to forgive you. I'm not so kindly blessed.
Why I'm here is to seek forgiveness. This is where reconciliation started, where the Lord is being honored.
When did you start being a Christian?
That was in 72. I gave my heart to the
You also failed.
This footage shows former security policeman Gideon Nieuwert trying to be reconciled with the family of an ANC activist he tortured and killed.
I've done my duty, and I know it's difficult for you as a family. I know it. Thank you.
I think we made it.
He's been attacked by the victim's son. Nieuwert is one of South Africa's most notorious torturers. He also claims to be a devout Christian.
It's not easy to live with that situation as a torturer, but the difference is that the forgiveness, the true forgiveness by Christ. I know Christ has forgiven me. Then I don't care what other people say. The quality to physically torture a person, really, there's no quality. You pick that up of experience, and by opening your eyes and ears to be one step ahead, like playing snooker. So you must be effective in that sense, that you must be 2 shots ahead.
It was here in the headquarters of the Port Elizabeth Security Police that Gideon Nieuwert interrogated Steve Biko, the leader of the Black Consciousness movement. In September 1977, Biko was beaten into a coma during an interrogation by Nieuwert and 3 other officers.
I was personally involved where I interrogated Steve Biko, and I personally assaulted him with a hose pipe, which were very effective. The hose pipe is plastic, especially green ones, and he said that's a green power. And you use that as an instrument to hit him over the head all the time, because it doesn't make any marks.
So that was an effective method?
Very effective.
On the 12th of September, Steve Biko died of injuries inflicted over several days during his detention. ANC activist Kuster Jack was also tortured by Gideon Nieuwert.
He was the first policeman to arrest me and to torture me, and he was also the last one to arrest and to torture me. This spans over a period of between 76 to 1989.
One of Nieuwert's favorite torture techniques was dubbed the helicopter.
Helicopter is where you handcuff the person, and then you put a stick between the arms as you handcuff him like that, and you put the stick through his legs.
And they take you and hang you between 2 tables. And then your buttocks are exposed to them as you lie on your back like that.